There was once someone who did such amazing things and said such wonderful things that people had to ask who he really was. Once when they asked, he said, "I am the light." I see the love of God in you, the light of Christ comes shining through, and I am blessed to be with you, O holy child of God. The one that said, "I am the light," changed to be in all places at all times. See this light? How it's just in one place? Let's change the light. Look, the light's changed. It's growing, becoming invisible, filling the room with the light of Christ. As you go about this room today, know that the light is there. And when you leave this room today, know that you take the light of Christ with you wherever you go. Now watch carefully so you always see where today's lesson is. This is the story of the prophet Jeremiah. What is a prophet? Prophets are people who come so close to God, and God comes so close to them that they know what God wants. Sometimes people do not like the message, so they become very angry with the prophet. It's not easy being a prophet. Jeremiah lived in the great city of Jerusalem after the Assyrian army had come and gone. God said, "I will make you a prophet to the nations." Jeremiah was worried because he was so young. God said, "Don't worry, I will be with you." One day, Jeremiah went all around inside and outside the city walls, blowing a trumpet. The people asked him, "Why are you blowing a trumpet?" He said, "You have gone too far away from God, and it is time to come back." God says, "I am the one who led you through the water into freedom and across the desert. I gave you the 10 best ways to live. I am your God. You are my people. Come back." God showed Jeremiah things that would happen in Jerusalem, things so frightening that even hearing about them would make your ears tingle. Jeremiah was afraid, but he did what God told him to do. He said, "A nation will come and attack us like a lion and destroy us like a wolf." But the people would not listen. Another time, Jeremiah went into the temple. He said to the people there, "Pay attention. Remember the 10 commandments. Love God. Love people. Stop worshiping other gods. God says, turn around, change your ways, or I will tear down the temple." But still the people would not listen. Once God told Jeremiah to buy a linen belt and put it around his waist. Then God told him to take it off and hide it in some rocks. Many days later, God told him to go back and get it. But now it was ruined and completely useless. God said, the people are like this belt. They refuse to listen to my words, and are now completely useless. Another day, God told Jeremiah to go buy clay, a clay jar from a potter, and take it to the valley of Ben Hinnom. Then, in the presence of the people, he broke the jar and said, God says, I will smash this nation and this city just as this potter's jar is smashed and cannot be repaired. Jeremiah's words made the people very angry. So angry that they put his hands and feet into pieces of wood called stocks and left him there overnight. Many more times they put him in prison. They did not want to listen. While Jeremiah was prophesying, there were false prophets throughout the country. A false prophet is someone who only pretends to speak for God. They did not tell the people the truth. These false prophets, God was very sad and very angry. God told Jeremiah to tell the people that God would punish the false prophets. They would eat bitter food and drink poisoned water. God told Jeremiah to warn people not to listen to them. Jeremiah had told the truth. The Babylonians did come and destroy the city. They took the king and many of the best people of Babylon. They were in exile. They could not go home. The people remaining in Jerusalem were frightened. They did not want to be taken into exile, so they decided to run away. They went to Egypt and asked Jeremiah if this was the right thing to do. Jeremiah asked God. God said, no, they should not go to Egypt. God promised that the people would be cared for. Once again, they refused to listen, so they went to Egypt anyways. They even forced Jeremiah to go with them. Even as the city of Jerusalem lay in ruins, God spoke words of hope and consolidation through Jeremiah, and they were written down and kept for us to read. I will bring health and healing to the city. I will heal my people and give them peace. I will bring people back from exile and will rebuild the city as before. I will forgive them of all their sins. A new king will be born, one who will do what is just and right in the land. I wonder what part you like best. I wonder which part is most important. I wonder, do you see yourself anywhere in this story? I wonder, is there anything in this story we can take away and still have everything that we need? I wonder, will you think of this story today? Or maybe some other? But whatever you do today, know that you take the light of Christ with you wherever you go.